Hello, this is Dave Brooks, Manager of Conservation Services, and we are at Vulcaning Heritage Farm here at Spring Valley on a bit of a cloudy day. So far we haven't had any rain at our annual Autumn Harvest Festival. So this is our big event of the year here at the farm. It spreads all through Spring Valley over at the cabin, and because of the weather we got a little bit smaller crowd this year, but we'd like to think of them as small but mighty, because they are the diehards that got the family all dudded up in their boots and their raincoats and came out in spite of the threat of rainy weather. And we're having a good time in spite of that. So I'm in spite of the weather. So let's go around and take a look at some of the things that we do. We have an awful lot that happens at this event. As I said, this is our big event of the year, and we have a little bit of everything for everyone. So let's take a look. Cider press, and at this event, as I said, we have a lot going on, but there's some things that we do every single year, and this is our 35th year doing the Autumn Harvest Festival, believe it or not. Barb has an amazed look on her face. But the cider pressing is something that we have done every single year as long as I've been coming to these events, which is a long time. But you got to admit that nothing says autumn and harvest like pressing apples in the fall, so and making cider. So we have two of our staff members here at the farm, Barb Mitchell and Diane Hay, who get the honor of pressing the cider this year. So how's it been going so far?
It's been a very good day. Lots of eager participants.
Okay. You've been, it's a little slow. Have you been getting plenty of helpers here, Barb?
Oh yeah, the kids are so enthusiastic about throwing in the apples and trying to crank. It's a little bit hard for some of the little ones, but if once they get started, they don't want to stop.
And can you explain, I know people probably want to know, do we serve this fresh apple cider that we're making here? Maybe explain how that all works at an event like this.
We are demonstrating the process here of how we make the apple cider. There are other opportunities for people to go ahead and purchase cider from some of our vendors.
Okay, yeah, because this is not pasteurized. It's very fresh and yummy. I've had it before, but we can't serve it to the public. So, even though a lot of people would like to have it, I'm sure. So, well, I'm glad it's cool enough that the bees are leaving you mostly alone today, and that you have a little lull here too. So,
the brine rises. As long as the vegetables stand with the brine, they're going to be preserved.
All right, we are in the historic farmhouse at Vulcaning Heritage Farm here, and we're in the grandparents' side of the house. It's almost like a duplex in a sense, a historic duplex. Come to the farm, and the staff here will tell you the whole story about why we have Grandma and Grandpa's side of the house and the other side. But in any event, we're here. One of our staff members, Rebecca, is making sauerkraut here today. You're welcome to come in. Go ahead and come inside here. But can you give a quick little explanation as to what you're demonstrating here for folks?
Okay, well, I'm talking about the actual process of making sauerkraut, and it's very simple. Cabbage, salt. It's that easy. Take your. Can you hold this?
Yes, I will.
I need 2 hands. Now I'm using a mandolin, very sharp. So I'm careful. You take your cabbage and we shred. Let's pretend this is full. By the way, it takes 5 pounds of cabbage to make 1 pound of sauerkraut. And I currently have about 4 heads of cabbage in here, and I have about 3 inches of sauerkraut. So we throw our shredded cabbage into our crock. Bam, throw in some salt. Stir. Oof. Stir it. Now, here comes the magic. This is what turns your cabbage into sauerkraut. We have a masher. We're going to mash our sauerkraut for 2 reasons. First of all, we want the salt to permeate the cabbage. It's going to get in there. It's going to pull out the water. It's going to give us a brine. The second reason we smash this is because we want to remove all the air. Air is the enemy when it comes to food preservation. When you have airless sauerkraut, it's going to keep. And the brine's going to come up, if you listen carefully, put that down here. Hear that? That's the brine coming up. You can hear it. You can hear it. Everybody can hear it. All right, eventually, we're going to pretend this is full. The cabbage is going to be up here. We're going to get about this much brine. And that brine is going to keep our cabbage safe. It's going to preserve it. So what will happen is, after we do all of this, okay, I have to talk about my Aunt Leona. My maiden name is Schenkenfelder. So we used to make sauerkraut. Aunt Leona, take a plate and put it down on top of the kraut, on top of the cabbage, to hold the cabbage under the brine. She put a brick on it, and that would keep the cabbage down and the brine could rise. And as long as the brine was over the vegetable, everything was safe. Oops. What else would you like to know about sauerkraut?
So how much do you think you're going to get made today?
Today, if I'm lucky, I got 2 heads left. I might get another 2 inches of this.
So we just need to send more visitors in here, more young strapping boys
That's
to
right.
pound it down.
Bring me sauerkraut eaters. That's what I'm looking for. And by the way, you can make sauerkraut at home. You can make it in a plastic bucket, but you're going to need a lot of cabbage to do that.
So we are at the rope making station, which is something new at the Autumn Fest, at least here at the farm. And I'm here with Ella, who just made her own rope. You can see, and her sisters are making theirs right now. So had you ever done this before, Ella?
No.
No. So what did you think of it?
It was easy,
Pretty
but yeah, it was fun too.
Good. So you got any plans for that rope once you get home?
Probably gonna tie it to a tree, and like Evie and I could unsuccessfully climb up it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you might want to test it before
Yeah,
you try to climb a tree. I've seen a lot of kids using it as a jump rope too. So
that's a good idea.
you can probably think of all sorts of things. I'll bet you'll come up with more ideas too for your rope. Well, that turned out great.
Yeah.
Oh, and looked like your sister made a nice one too.
Yep.
So did you guys have a dog at home?
We have 2 dogs and a cat.
Maybe that'll be a leash too. So.
We already have a ton of leashes.
Oh, okay. All right. So
But
you're all
it
set
could
in
work for the
leash
cat.
department. And the cat? Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Works for the cat. She also chases stuff.
Oh
So,
yeah, perfect cat toy.
yeah.
Chasing the
Or
rope.
a sister harness.
A sister harness. There.
Yes.
See, now sister harness. All right, we are behind the scenes here, so to speak. I'm with Mike, who's with Old Salem Cafe. Old Salem Cafe is in Hanover Park. They have been our main food vendor here at Autumn Fest and for a number of our other events here for at least a few years now. But this is the big one. We always hope for a big crowd. I know we don't have the big crowd we typically get, but how's it been going so far?
It's been going very good. So, I mean, yeah, we had a nice turnout considering the weather. Yeah, it's been fine.
Good, and you guys have a huge variety of stuff here. If you like any sort of sausage on a bun, you can find it here with Old Salem Cafe's menu. So, and I see you guys have a lot more desserts this year too. So.
Yes, we have a wide range of desserts. We have brownies, cookies, pumpkin bread, banana bread, chips. We got a little bit of everything. So.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully we get a surge here towards the end of the event, but we're always glad to have you guys. You offer a good quality product, and I know people they enjoy it. So
we appreciate the opportunity.
Sure.
And, like to get our name out there. So.
Sure. Well, we'll if I don't talk to you by the end of the day, I know we'll see you again at the next event. So
Oh, yeah.
all right,
All right.
all right, Mike. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Okay, we're out in the pumpkin patch here, so to speak, near the pumpkin decorating tent, and I'm here with Emma and Alyssa and Madison. I got it right? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that's right. You're Alyssa, and then you're Emma, and then you're Madison. Okay, so I kind of almost got it right. But anyway, you guys just chose your pumpkins. Was it hard? Did you have any trouble?
Very hard decision.
So what was hard about it?
Well, there's a lot of pumpkins that have dents in them. Others have lots of dirt in them, but others are small and like some are big. So that's a hard decision.
So were any of you, did you have a specific pumpkin in mind? Were you looking for a big one, made sure it had a stem on it, or how about you, Madison?
I wanted one with like a curly or long stem so it'd be easy to hold and carry on to.
Okay, so you're more the practical shopper. You're looking for something you can carry around. How about you, Alyssa?
I was looking for a really round one and bright orange one.
Okay. And do you already have a sense as to how you're going to decorate these, or are you just going to wait and see what's in there?
Kinda. A little.
I would wait and see what there are, cause like normally we have a lot of fun stuff like flowers or like little branches and stuff. That's what I look for my pumpkin.
Okay, good. Well, we're not gonna hold you up from the creative process here because you look like serious artists. So, have at it. Thanks for talking to us. So. I am here with Catalina, who just finished her pumpkin decorating, and I've got to say, Catalina, that is very special and beautiful. I can see your purple is like your favorite color. Is that one of your favorite colors?
Pink and purple and gold.
Pink and purple and what?
Gold.
Gold. Oh, okay, so yeah, I can see you put some gold on there, and you gave your pumpkin some glasses.
Yeah.
So what did you have in mind? Was this like a princess pumpkin, or what is it?
I wanted to make it a girl so it looked pretty.
Well, you certainly achieved that. It does look very pretty, and I would definitely say that that's a girl pumpkin too. So even with a little bell on top, nice stylish glasses for her, and
I made it like a little princess. I wanted it to be a princess. I made the glasses so the princess could read, like Belle.
That's awesome. That's very nice. So, well, thanks so much for sharing your creation with us. And I know. So, do you have a special place you're going to put that at home when you get home?
Yeah. I might put it in our living room because so everybody can see it in my house.
That'd be great. Okay. Well, thanks you again, Catalina. We are over by the Merkle Log Cabin right now, where the other half of this event takes place, and I'm here with Jennifer, mom, who's here with obviously a little one, and also her girls, one or two girls here that are doing this,
I
or
have one daughter and a friend's daughter, and I have another son over there.
okay, so you've got a whole crew spread out here. So let me ask you first, why did you guys come out here today?
Well, we are from the area. We are Schaumburg High School alum. We grew up here in this area, but I actually have family that used to own the farm, so we came here to enjoy the celebration, a little heritage from my family.
So yes, since you mentioned it, I do have to follow up. A follow-up question. So you're a Redeker, or a descendant of the Redekers. So what's your family connection?
It's hard to explain. I did talk to my great aunt who's in her 90s yesterday about this, but I also have connection with the Quindle family and the Boney family. Those are my family as well. We are first settlers from Schaumburg, Germany. They came here and they helped build Schaumburg, so it's nice to be here today.
And you do realize that John Redeker built the log cabin here, correct?
So you're helping me.
So it's called the Merkle Cabin because Frank Merkle, he later bought the land, and the name just somehow got attached, or his name got attached to the cabin. But it was John. That was a Redeker constructed building there. So. I am here with Romero and Natalie, and. So you guys, is this your first time coming to this event, to the Autumn Festival?
No.
No, we've come here like for at least 5 years already, I think so.
And you had said, Romero, that your family, you come here a lot to Spring Valley to explore and walk and things?
In the morning we come just like for a walk and enjoy the beautiful nature of the Spring Valley. We love it very much, very much. Beautiful place.
Yeah, well, Schaumburg is really fortunate to have this place here for people to walk. So what kind of things have you done at the event today so far, Natalie?
We made like these little dolls and like these little like corn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
A lot of stuff. Pumpkin decorating.
Oh, so you did do the pumpkin decorating? So you have one over there you have to pick up, right?
Yeah.
Because we were just there talking to some to a little girl. So we probably could have picked yours out if I'd talked to you first. So, but so what's your favorite part of this event? Is it the crafts, or what? Is there something else that you really like?
I mean, like, I have a bunch of like things. Like, I like the animals and like the crafts, and like I like spending time with my family here.
Okay. So would you have other brothers and sisters here too, or is it just you and Dad today?
It's me and my mom and my dad.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm so glad you guys came out. I'm glad you come out here a lot to walk and can appreciate this place. But I'm glad you came to enjoy the event today. Well,
Thank you for having us.
Sure. I'm sure we'll see you on the trail sometime. So, okay. All right. Thanks, Natalie.
Thank you.
Job it is to go butcher it and skin it and whatever. It's part of life. You gotta tan the hide. That's my job.
Okay, we're in the final minutes here of this year's Autumn Harvest Festival, the 35th Autumn Harvest Festival we've held here at Spring Valley. This is our longest running event. As I mentioned earlier, it is one of our largest. We have the most going on here, and I think it's fitting to kind of say farewell to folks right here by the log cabin, where we have our reenactors set up. A nice cheery fire burning in the background, which is probably nice and toasty on a day like this, and just to make that our close. So this is an event we do every year. It's always the first Sunday of October. Since by the time you watch this, you will have missed this year's event. We hope that you'll come and join us next year, as well as for any of our other events that we do here at Spring Valley Nature Center and Heritage Farm. So thanks so much, and we'll see you out on the trails at Spring Valley.